Thank you for turning to page 121. Today we're going to jump into the Essential Supply Catalog. This is the 2023 update. And I love this book because it's a great way to separate your traveler from their hard-earned credits. It's one thing to have them pay for repairs or upgrades on their ship, and it's another thing to give them toys to play with themselves. It's kind of the difference between paying the bills every month and being able to buy yourself something you've been drooling over. So we're going to jump in today in Essential Supply Catalog, and we're going to look at subdermal armor. That's armor that is below the skin. By definition, subdermal means below the skin. What the heck is that? Well, it's something that's worth spending some credits on, in my opinion. Subdermal armor. This augmentation adds a mesh of ballistic fibers to the skin and reinforces bones, providing the traveler with extra armor. At higher tech levels, more advanced polymers and lightweight alloys line the traveler's organs as well as skin. Subdermal armor is not upgradable. A completely new augmentation must be installed to achieve greater protection at a later date. Subdermal armor stacks with other protection, but not other subdermal armor, and is not affected by electromagnetic attacks, but it can be detected by electronic means. So what the heck does that mean? Well, it means at tech level 10, I can get subdermal armor plus 1 installed. It gives me protection plus 1 and costs me 50,000 credits. It doesn't say how long I'm laid up once I have the procedure done. So I would probably do this. I'd look at some of the other augments and I would say, a couple of weeks. But at tech level 11, I can get subdermal armor plus 3. It's plus 3 protection and it's 100,000 credits. Tech level 12, subdermal 4, plus 4 protection, 250,000 credits. And subdermal 5 is available at tech level 14, gives you plus 5 protection, and it costs you 500,000 credits. So you're going, okay, well, wait a minute. What does this do for me? Well, it reinforces your body. It gives you an opportunity to shrug off lighter impacts. This would include gunshots. If you're facing somebody who has a smaller caliber pistol that's going to do 1 to 6 damage on you, and you have protection plus 5, the most you're going to take off of that thing is 1 point of damage, and that's only if they roll a 6, so about a 16% chance. Now, let's talk realism. We can't. We don't have the technology to make this work, and a lot of the problems with any kind of external armor isn't that the armor can protect you. It can, but can it protect the whole creature inside? In medieval times, when armor became really good, 14th, 15th century, plate armor was becoming pretty much impenetrable to swords and such. Well, they just switched over to hammers or big maces, and with flanges on it especially, because you want to deliver impact not so much to the armor, you want to drive that impact into the man inside the armor. So you can cause all kinds of damage to organs and lungs and things without actually penetrating the armor. This kind of hand waves that a little bit. It says here that higher tech levels, more advanced polymers and lightweight alloys line the traveler's organs as well as skin. So basically your organs are protected as well, which is cool, and I like it. But still, the problem with armor is and remains the jostling of the actual organs. For instance, the brain. When the head is struck a blow, the brain is actually semi-liquid, and it will actually flow, and it will hit one side of the skull and then rebound to the other. That's called coup and contra coup. I know a lot about this because I've suffered such an injury. And it's not that my skull itself was damaged, it's that the brain inside the case was damaged. So that kind of flies in the face of subdermal armor, but I'm going to go ahead and hand wave with the best of them. And I just like it as a game mechanic. So while Iron Man wouldn't really work either. But I'm still excited about subdermal armor being introduced to my campaign. My players do have some significant cash on hand, and I've been tossing this book literally on the table in front of them and saying, browse. And I've had a couple pick up some stuff here and there. They haven't really jumped into the subdermal armor yet, but I think I'm going to go ahead and point them this way. And because the subdermal armor stacks, if I'm wearing cloth armor, that gives me plus 8 protection. And I have subdermal armor at tech level 12, which gives me plus 4 protection. That's a combined protection of plus 12. That's pretty darn good. I'm subtracting 12 points of damage when I'm injured in some way. Now the question becomes too, is this only impacts from bullets, knives, punches, falls even? Or does this count against energy weapons? Again, the rules don't really say. That's going to be something you're going to have to decide at your own table. My inclination is to just, again, hand wave and just say, well, the polymer mesh is in there, and it also works to keep the energy from penetrating into the skin. Therefore, you still get the protection. And I'm probably going to stay with that, but I absolutely understand other rulings at other tables. Because, again, it doesn't really tell us what this does against energy weapons. It only tells us about impacts. I do like that it cannot be affected by electromagnetic attacks because it's basically a passive defense, but it can be detected by electronic means. I would take that away if you were up to the tech level 14 subdermal +5 protection. I would probably let it go ahead and get past electronic means because it's all polymers and non-metallics at that point. I would probably let that go undetected by the detectors, but that, again, that's at my table. I absolutely understand. And one thing I do like about role-playing games, there's a lot of stuff to interpret, especially in a brief write-up like this, and it's really up to you as the GM to go ahead and make your decisions. And by the way, the players are going to find other ways to confuse you on your own decisions as you enter into the game. But that's some of the fun of being the GM. That's one of the things I like about it. So subdermal armor, great way to separate your players from their hard-earned credits. Minimum 50,000, max 500,000. Good way to pull it away, but the players get some really good value for the money that they're expending. The idea of just shrugging off up to 5 points of damage every time you're hurt, that's pretty sweet. So that's all I've got to say today on page 121. I want to thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Tell your friends. Please take a look at the Patreon. Help me out there. I'm still trying to grow the channel. I'm still looking to maybe upgrade my audio equipment, that kind of thing. I'm not happy with some of this stuff that's come out, so I'm going to see what I can do there. But that's all I got today on page 121. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.